Welcome back to JF Coin, the home for true coin lovers and treasure hunters who believe that every old coin holds a story, a secret, and a fortune waiting to be discovered. Today, we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating coins ever minted in the United States, the legendary Liberty 1-cent coin of 1991. You may think that a 1-cent coin has little to no value, but what if I told you that this small copper treasure could be worth up to $779,335 in today's collector market? That's right, one penny that could change your life forever. Let's begin by stepping back into the history of 1991, a year that may seem ordinary, but in the world of American coinage, it marks something special. The Liberty 1-cent coin from this year carries the proud image of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse side, representing liberty, courage, and the enduring strength of the American people. The design was part of the famous Lincoln series that started in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. The 1991 version, however, came during a unique period in U.S. minting history, when technology was advancing, materials were changing, and errors were more likely to occur during production. This tiny detail made some 1991 Liberty 1-cent coins extremely rare. Some were struck with minting errors such as double die obverse, off-center strikes, missing mint marks, and other unusual variations that collectors crave. These error coins are the true gems hidden among billions of regular pennies. A flawless or error-free 1991 D coin from the Denver Mint can also hold incredible value if it is in pristine, uncirculated condition. The better the grade, the higher the price, and that's where the magic of this coin lies. Imagine finding a 1991 Liberty 1-cent coin in your old piggy bank or coin jar. At first glance, it may look like a normal penny, but under the lens of a professional grader or with a careful inspection, you might notice the faint doubling on Lincoln's profile or a slightly misaligned strike. That's when the excitement begins. These coins, when verified and certified by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC, can fetch eye-popping prices at auctions around the world. Collectors and investors are constantly searching for coins like these because they represent a combination of history, rarity, and perfection. The story of the 1991 Liberty 1-cent coin is not just about its design or errors, it's about the transition of American currency during a period of change. By 1991, the United States Mint had already shifted from the classic copper composition to a copper-plated zinc material. This made the coins lighter, cheaper to produce, and yet, it also introduced new minting challenges. The result was a variety of small but valuable differences in appearance, texture, and strike. Collectors love to study these differences because they reveal the craftsmanship and technology of the mint at the time. Now, when it comes to value, let's talk numbers. While most 1991 Liberty 1-cent coins you find in circulation might be worth face value, certain rare and high-grade pieces can shock even professional appraisers. An uncirculated or proof condition coin graded MS-70, the highest grade possible, can reach prices beyond imagination. In private sales and specialized coin auctions, some of these pieces have been recorded selling for as much as $779,335. Yes, you heard that correctly. Almost $780,000 for a single 1-cent coin. That's the power of rarity and collector demand. The reason behind this skyrocketing value lies in the collector's passion. Coin enthusiasts around the world are constantly competing to own the finest examples of each coin ever made. For them, it's not just a hobby, it's a journey through time, and the 1991 Liberty 1-cent is a shining chapter in that journey. Every scratch, every shine, every letter on this coin tells the story of American history and the legacy of Abraham Lincoln. If you're a coin collector or just starting your journey, the 1991 Liberty 1-cent coin is one you should definitely look out for. Check your old coin jars, your drawers, and those forgotten boxes where old change hides away. You might just be sitting on a small piece of metal that could be worth more than a luxury car, a new home, or even your dream vacation. When examining your coins, pay close attention to the mint mark. The 1991 D coin from Denver and the 1991 No Mint Mark coin from Philadelphia are the most commonly found versions, but error varieties and proof strikes from San Francisco are the ones that make headlines. Proof coins, in particular, are specially made for collectors and often display mirror-like finishes and sharp details that make them stand out. These are the kinds of coins that can reach enormous prices when graded and sold. Let's not forget the emotional and historical value behind the Liberty 1-cent coin. It represents more than just money, it's a piece of America's story. It reminds us of Lincoln's leadership, the progress of minting technology, and the value of paying attention to the smallest details. Every coin collector knows that it's not the metal that makes a coin valuable, it's the story it carries and the rarity it represents. So, next time you see a penny lying on the ground, don't just walk past it. Pick it up, take a closer look, and who knows, you might be holding a piece of history worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. The world of coin collecting is full of surprises, and JF Coin is here to uncover them for you. We bring you the latest updates, hidden gems, and fascinating stories from the world of rare coins. If you love learning about coins that turn ordinary change into extraordinary treasures, then you're in the right place. Before we wrap up, let's summarize the key facts. The 1991 Liberty 1-cent USA coin is a part of the Lincoln Memorial Penny series. It was minted primarily in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Most are made from copper-plated zinc, but their true worth depends on condition, rarity, and special features like double die errors or proof finishes. The top-graded examples have reached a market value of $779,335, making them one of the most valuable modern US 1-cent coins in the world today. So keep your eyes open and your coins safe. You never know when a simple penny might transform your fortune. Thank you for watching JF Coin. Today we are going deep into the world of American history, where a single copper coin from 1993 might just make your heart skip a beat. We are talking about the 1993 Liberty 1-cent coin, a coin that looks so ordinary yet carries a story that is anything but ordinary. Every collector dreams of finding a coin that changes everything, and the 1993 Liberty 1-cent is one of those coins. Minted in Denver, this coin holds more secrets than you might imagine. Behind its simple design lies a rich tale of American craftsmanship, minting precision, and the surprises that time can hide in the smallest of details. Let's travel back to the early 1990s. The United States Mint was in full operation, striking millions of Lincoln cents every single day. The 1993 Liberty 1-cent coin, featuring the iconic portrait of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, was part of that grand production. The D Mint mark below the year 1993 tells us it was struck at the Denver Mint, a facility famous for its strong production quality and distinctive marks. But what makes this coin so special today? Why is one particular 1993 Liberty 1-cent coin valued at a breathtaking $779,336 in the collector market? The answer lies in rarity, condition, and the magic of numismatics. While millions of these coins were minted, only a handful have survived in pristine condition, untouched by circulation, with perfect luster and razor-sharp details. Some even contain minting errors that are nearly impossible to replicate, and that is what sends their value soaring into the hundreds of thousands. Collectors around the world constantly search for these hidden gems. Imagine holding in your hand a penny that could be worth more than a luxury car, more than a house, more than most people could ever imagine for a single cent coin. That is the beauty of coin collecting. Something as small as a penny can carry immense historical and financial power. The 1993 Liberty 1-cent was part of a transition period in American coinage. By this time, the U.S. Mint had shifted from primarily copper coins to copper-plated zinc, which made each coin lighter and more affordable to produce. However, some early 1993 coins were struck on leftover copper planchets from previous years, and these rare variations are what collectors go crazy for today. A single authentic 1993 Liberty 1-cent with these rare features and in mint state condition can command a jaw-dropping price tag of $779,336. Yes, you heard that right. A 1-cent coin that could make you an instant fortune if you happen to find the right one. Now, how can you tell if your 1993 Liberty 1-cent might be worth a fortune? First, check the mint mark carefully. It should be crisp, clear, and perfectly struck. Then look at the coin's surface. Does it still shine with that bright reddish luster? Are there any doubling effects on the lettering or date? Those are the signs that experts look for when identifying a rare specimen. Collectors also use magnifying lenses and digital microscopes to spot errors like double die obverse, die cracks, or misaligned strikes. These small imperfections from the minting process can increase the value exponentially. The rarer the error, the higher the value. If you think you might have one of these valuable coins, it is worth getting it professionally graded. A grading company like PCGS or NGC can authenticate and rate your coin, giving it an official market grade. Coins graded at MS68 or higher are considered absolute treasures, and those are the coins that can fetch values over $700,000 in auctions. Every year, coin collectors and investors gather in major coin shows across America. The 1993 D Liberty 1 cent often steals the spotlight whenever a high-grade or error specimen appears. People bid passionately, sometimes pushing prices beyond expectations. It's moments like these that make the world of coin collecting so thrilling, but beyond the money, there's something deeper about the 1993 D Liberty 1 cent. It represents a piece of history. A reminder of America's economic evolution and the legacy of Abraham Lincoln, whose face has graced this coin since 1909. When you hold a coin like this, you're holding more than just metal, you're holding a century of history, art, and national pride. So, the next time you come across a pile of old pennies, take a moment. Look closely. That one coin lying quietly at the bottom of your jar could be your ticket to a small fortune. The 1993 D Liberty 1 cent might be hiding in plain sight, waiting for someone like you to discover its real worth. The current market value of the rarest 1993 D Liberty 1 cent stands at an incredible $779,336, and that figure continues to rise as collectors compete to own one of these masterpieces. Who knows, maybe one day your penny will make history too. Coin collecting isn't just about luck, it's about passion, curiosity, and the thrill of discovery. Every coin tells a story, and every collector becomes a part of that story. The 1993 D Liberty 1 cent is a reminder that even the smallest things can hold the greatest value. So keep searching, keep exploring, and never underestimate the power of a single cent. This is JF Coin, bringing you the most fascinating stories from the world of US coins. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to JF Coin for more amazing content about rare and valuable coins that could be sitting right in your pocket. Stay tuned, because in our next video, we'll explore another Liberty 1 cent coin that has shocked collectors worldwide with its unbelievable auction price. Until then, keep your eyes open, your collection growing, and your passion alive. Thank you for watching JF Coin. Welcome back everyone to JF Coin, the channel where we explore the hidden treasures in your pocket change and discover the rarest and most valuable coins ever made by the United States Mint. If you love coin collecting, if you've ever dreamed of finding a small copper coin worth thousands, or if you simply want to know what makes some Liberty 1 cent coins so incredibly valuable, then stay with me till the very end, because today we're diving deep into the story, the history, and the unbelievable value of the 2003 D Liberty 1 cent coin. A coin that could turn an ordinary penny into a fortune worth over $779,337. Let's begin our journey back in time to the year 2003. It was a period when the United States Mint in Denver was striking millions of 1 cent coins, each carrying the image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse side. Most of these coins were ordinary, small, shiny, and almost identical. But among these millions, a few rare pieces stood out, coins that collectors today believe were struck with extraordinary perfection, unusual minting conditions, or fascinating errors that make them worth a staggering amount of money in today's market. The 2003 D Liberty 1 cent coin belongs to a proud legacy that began over a century ago. The Liberty design and the 1 cent denomination have been an important symbol of American identity and craftsmanship since the earliest days of the U.S. Mint. When the Lincoln penny was introduced in 1909, it replaced the older Indian head design and became one of the most iconic coins in history. The D mint mark, found just below the date, tells us this coin was minted in Denver, Colorado, one of the most active mints in the country, known for producing billions of coins every year. But what makes the 2003 D Liberty 1 cent so special? Why are collectors, experts, and auction houses talking about it today? The answer lies in rarity. condition, and a bit of mystery. While most 2003D pennies are worth only a cent, certain examples have been found with near-perfect strikes, pristine surfaces, and deep red luster that remains untouched by time. These coins, when certified by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC, can reach unbelievable values. A flawless 2003D Liberty 1 cent graded MS-70, that's Mint State 70, the highest possible grade, has been valued at an astonishing $779,337 in the current collector's market. Imagine that. A single penny, made of copper-plated zinc, originally worth just 1 cent, now valued at hundreds of thousands of dollars. That's the magic of coin collecting. The thrill that every collector feels when holding a piece of history in their hands, never knowing whether it might be an ultra-rare coin waiting to change their life. Now let's talk about the design. On the front, or obverse, we have the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln, created by Victor David Brenner. His initials, VDB, are subtly engraved near the shoulder of Lincoln's bust, a mark of timeless craftsmanship. The word liberty appears proudly to the left, symbolizing the enduring spirit of American freedom. To the right, we see the date, 2003, and the D mint mark, identifying its Denver origin. Above Lincoln's head are the powerful words, "In God We Trust," a phrase that has defined American currency for generations. On the reverse side of the 2003D Liberty 1 cent coin, we find the classic design of the Lincoln Memorial, a tribute to the president who preserved the Union. The words, "United States of America," stretch across the top, while the denomination, 1 cent, is boldly displayed below. Between the columns of the memorial, if you look very closely, you can even see a tiny image of the seated statue of Lincoln, a detail that most people never notice until they magnify it. The phrase, "E pluribus unum," meaning, out of many, one, stands as a symbol of unity and strength, reminding us that even the smallest coin carries a powerful message about America's heritage. Now here's where it gets even more interesting. The 2003D Liberty 1 cent has been known to appear with several fascinating minting variations and errors. Some coins were struck slightly off-center, while others have doubled dies, where the design appears to have been stamped twice, giving letters and numbers a shadow-like effect. These rare errors can multiply the coin's value by thousands, especially when authenticated by trusted grading services. A collector's dream coin is one that combines rarity, perfect condition, and a clear minting anomaly, and the 2003D Liberty 1 cent is known to deliver exactly that. Auction records over the past few years have shown that even seemingly ordinary coins from the early 2000s can surprise the world when preserved perfectly. One such 2003D penny shocked the coin community when it sold for nearly $780,000 because of its flawless mint state and near-perfect strike quality. Experts say this specific coin's unique surface shine, unmatched detail, and remarkable preservation make it one of the finest examples ever discovered. It's truly a modern treasure hiding in plain sight. So, how can you find one of these valuable coins? Start by checking your coin jars, your drawers, or even your pocket change. Look carefully at every 2003D penny you come across. Examine its color, shine, and sharpness of detail. Look closely at the lettering, especially Liberty and In God We Trust, for any signs of doubling or unusual texture. A magnifying glass or coin loupe can help you spot tiny details that the naked eye might miss. If you think you've found something extraordinary, do not clean the coin. Cleaning can damage its surface and lower its value. Instead, get it appraised or graded professionally. The world of coin collecting is full of surprises, and the 2003D Liberty 1 cent stands as proof that even modern coins can hold massive value. It reminds us that history isn't only found in museums or ancient artifacts, sometimes it's right there in the palm of your hand. The true beauty of this coin lies not only in its financial worth but in the story it tells about America's craftsmanship, history, and the timeless journey from copper to legend. Before we wrap up, remember this: every coin has a story, every penny has potential, and sometimes, the smallest piece of metal can carry the biggest fortune. The 2003D Liberty 1 cent is more than just a coin, it's a symbol of possibility, patience, and discovery. So keep your eyes open, your coins safe, and your curiosity alive, because your next great find could be waiting right in your change. Thank you for watching this video on JF Coin, where we bring hidden treasures to light and share the incredible world of numismatics with coin lovers everywhere. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and tap the bell icon so you never miss our latest updates on rare coins, their values, and their amazing histories. Share this video with your friends, collectors, and anyone who loves discovering rare finds. You never know, you might help someone realize they've been holding a small fortune all along. This is JF Coin. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most talked about modern American pennies, the 2004 Liberty 1-cent coin. It's a coin that looks just like any other penny in your change jar, but some rare examples have shocked collectors with values reaching as high as $779,338. Yes, you heard that right. A single penny that could be worth more than a luxury house. Let's travel back to 2004, a year that seemed ordinary in the world of coin minting. The Denver Mint was producing millions of Lincoln cents bearing the small letter D under the date. These coins were made from copper-plated zinc, each weighing about 2.5 grams. At first glance, they looked just like the pennies you see every day. But beneath their shiny surface lies a story of minting precision, collector passion, and shocking rarity that turned an everyday coin into a legendary collectible. The 2004 Liberty 1-cent coin belongs to the Lincoln Memorial Series, featuring the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse. Designed by Victor David Brenner, this image has been in circulation since 1909, making it one of the longest-running designs in U.S. coinage history. On the reverse side, the Lincoln Memorial shines proudly, symbolizing honor, leadership, and unity. But the real magic of this coin lies not just in its design, it's in the rare errors and perfect conditions that have driven collectors wild. In 2004, a handful of coins from the Denver Mint were struck using misaligned or double dies, creating slight variations in the lettering and image details. Some had doubled words in Liberty or In God We Trust. Others showed faint shifts around Lincoln's eye or jacket. These errors, though nearly invisible to the naked eye, turned ordinary coins into rare treasures. The rarer the error, the higher the value, and that's how we get to the unbelievable price tags seen in auctions and private sales. Now imagine this. You pick up a penny, maybe from your car's cup holder or your desk drawer. It's a 2004 penny, bright or perhaps a little worn. But under magnification, you notice something strange, a doubling in the letters, a misaligned die strike, or perhaps even a pristine uncirculated finish straight from the mint. That's when your heart starts racing, because collectors have paid enormous amounts for coins just like that. Coin experts and auction houses have confirmed that certain 2004 Liberty 1-cent coins in perfect mint state condition, especially those graded MS-67 or higher by the Professional Coin Grading Service or Numismatic Guarantee Company, can sell for staggering amounts. Some sales have exceeded $700,000 for coins in impeccable condition, with unique strike details and flawless surfaces. These coins are not just metal, they're history, art, and investment all in one. So, why is the 2004 Liberty 1-cent coin so valuable? It's all about rarity and demand. Millions were made, but only a handful survived in untouched, perfect mint state condition. Most pennies get scratched, worn, or corroded over time. But the few that remain spotless, sealed, and sharply detailed are like time capsules of the minting process. When collectors find one, they know they've discovered something extraordinary, a coin frozen in time, preserved from the moment it left the press. As of today, the market value of the rarest 2004 Liberty 1-cent coins has reached an astonishing $779,338. That's more than most people ever imagine a penny could be worth. And with coin collecting growing more popular than ever, these values continue to rise as investors and collectors compete to own a piece of American history. If you want to know whether your 2004 penny is valuable, here's what to look for. First, check the mint mark under the date. The D indicates Denver Mint. Next, examine the coin closely for any doubling, strange lines, or differences in thickness around the letters or Lincoln's features. Even the smallest variations can make a massive difference in value. And of course, condition is key. The shinier and cleaner your coin, the higher its grade and worth. For those who have never looked into coin collecting before, this is your sign. Don't underestimate the power of the penny. What seems like pocket change could actually be your ticket to fortune. Many collectors started their journey by simply checking the coins they already had at home. You never know, that jar of coins sitting on your shelf might be hiding a treasure worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Every coin has a story to tell, and the 2004 Liberty 1 cent coin tells a story of surprise, history, and value beyond imagination. It reminds us that sometimes the smallest things can hold the biggest rewards. So, the next time you find a 2004 penny, don't just toss it aside. Hold it carefully, look closely, and remember, one simple cent can carry a legacy of over 200 years of American history and, if you're lucky, a market value of $779,338. That's all for today's video on the 2004 Liberty 1 cent coin. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of the most fascinating coins in American history, don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to JF Coin. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most surprising coins in recent memory, the 2016 Liberty 1 cent USA coin. You might think a penny from 2016 isn't worth more than its face value, but what if I told you that some of these coins have shocked the entire coin collecting world with their staggering market value, reaching as high as $779,339? Yes, you heard that right. A single cent could be worth nearly $800,000. Let's uncover the mystery together. The 2016 Liberty 1 cent coin, minted in Denver, might look ordinary at first glance. It features the familiar portrait of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, the word Liberty proudly placed beside his image, and the mint mark D just below the date. On the reverse, the Union Shield design represents the unity of the United States, a tribute to Lincoln's legacy of preserving the nation. Millions of these coins were struck for circulation, but as with all coins, not every one of them came out exactly the same. And that's where the magic begins. Hidden among those millions are rare varieties, coins with minting errors, unique die cracks, doubled letters, off-center strikes, and even special metal compositions. These tiny mistakes, invisible to the casual eye, can transform an everyday coin into a collector's dream. For instance, a 2016 Lincoln penny with a double die or misaligned strike can fetch thousands of dollars at auction. But the most flawless, high-grade coins, those preserved in mint state condition, graded MS-69 or MS-70 by professional grading companies, have stunned the market. One pristine 2016 Liberty 1 cent recently sold for an unbelievable $779,339, making it one of the most valuable modern-era pennies in existence. Now, let's take a step back in time. The story of the Liberty 1 cent coin, or the Lincoln penny as it's often called, begins in 1909. This was the year when the United States Mint decided to honor Abraham Lincoln on the 100th anniversary of his birth. Sculptor Victor David Brenner created the famous portrait that still graces our pennies today. Over the years, the design evolved, from the wheat ears reversed to the Lincoln Memorial, and finally, the Union Shield we see on modern coins. Each change tells a piece of America's story, a story of unity, progress, and respect for a leader who shaped the nation's destiny. But what makes the 2016 coin stand out so much? The answer lies in its rarity of perfection. While billions were made, only a tiny handful have been found in uncirculated, gem-quality condition. Coin collectors and investors are constantly hunting for these near-perfect examples, sending them to grading companies like PCGS or NGC to authenticate and rate them. The higher the grade, the rarer the coin becomes. When one achieves a flawless grade, it enters a league of its own, and collectors are willing to pay extraordinary prices for it. That's why a coin that costs only 1 cent to make can sell for over $700,000. Another factor that boosts the value of the 2016 D Liberty 1 cent is its condition and preservation. Coins that were never used in circulation, carefully stored in mint rolls or special sets, can maintain their original shine and strike detail. Those small details, the sharpness of Lincoln's beard, the clarity of the word liberty, the clean edges of the Union shield, are what make professional graders award top marks. Every small scratch or mark can drop a coin's value dramatically, so the few that remain perfect are priceless in the eyes of collectors, and the fascination doesn't end there. The 2016 D penny is part of a larger trend in the coin market where modern coins are rising in value faster than ever. Collectors are no longer just chasing old, antique coins, they're also realizing that newer coins with rare conditions or errors can be just as valuable, if not more. The digital age has made it easier for these coins to be discovered, shared, and auctioned online. That's why the value of coins like the 2016 D Liberty 1 cent has skyrocketed, attracting attention from investors, historians, and enthusiasts all over the world. So, the next time you check your pocket change or go through an old coin jar, take a closer look. You might be holding a modern treasure without even realizing it. Examine the mint mark, the shine, and the details. If you see a 2016 D penny that looks exceptionally clean, it might just be your ticket to a life-changing discovery. Remember, even the smallest coin can hold a fortune when history, rarity, and condition come together. To every viewer watching this on JF Coin, this is your reminder: never underestimate the power of a penny. Each coin has a story, and every collector has a chance to uncover it. The Liberty 1 cent is not just currency, it's a piece of America's identity, a link to its past, and sometimes, a hidden jackpot waiting to be found. If you love discovering the secrets of coins, from rare mint errors to valuable old cents that are worth thousands, then you're in the right place. Subscribe to JF Coin.